All right, Madison. So just a little shorter video here on some of the important things with your short game, chipping and putting. Um, basically with putting, we want to set up so our shoulders take control. Your tendency sometimes is to manipulate the face, open the face, change the right hand position through the ball. So really, to get the shoulders engaged a little bit more is key to allowing the club face to stay a little squarer through the ball. So in order to do so, you feel a little bit more over the ball so that as you look down, your eyes are sort of just on the inside of that golf ball there. That can be easily checked with an alignment stick or even just dropping the ball from your left eye and see where it falls, just to make sure that you're in that right position. If you're too far back or your spine is too high, your eye line will fall between the ball and the feet. That's no good. The shoulders won't be engaged so much in that position. So shoulders are pretty good right there. Eyes are over the top of the ball. And you said you have one of these arcs at home. Use it every day. So again, it's just like we said before, you're trying to train your brain to train your muscles. So get it out, just get some repetition done with it. Don't do it 100% of the time, because you can get a little bit reliant on it, but certainly dropping back to it. Maybe start out with 75% of the time you're putting, you're using this arc, and then drop it down to maybe 25% after you get sort of a little bit better at it. But get the arc out if you have a one. All right, I'm coming in here again just to remind you that the eyes need to be over the top of it, the upper body's forward a little bit. It gives a little break in the arms. There's a lot of good things in this setup. One of the best things we can see is the forearms and the shaft line up. That line goes right towards that right elbow. Again, anything we can do to keep your hands out of it and engage your shoulders, okay? It all comes from setup. And then it comes from trust after that. So as you go back, obviously you're following the arc. It just works inside very gently. And this arc on this particular one here comes through beautifully on line. All right, and you make the putt. So there's no manipulation. If you watch your right hand here, there's no manipulation of the face or anything. You're just sort of working through on the correct putting arc. Again, from here, okay, good setup, good grip, eyes are over the ball, weight's nicely balanced, it's not too far forward or back. 50-50 is pretty good. Some players have maybe 55 on that front side, but you're fine right there. Using your shoulders coming back, using your shoulders coming through. You see how you've got no manipulation of the right hand there? Because your shoulders are locked into a position because you're setting up good. Follow the arc, okay? Chipping. Try to think that the center of your chest is aiming in front of the golf ball. All your weight's on your forward side. Your head's in front of the golf ball. The only thing back when you're chipping is pretty much the ball position. It's the only thing on this back side. Everything else is on the front side, the lead side. Your weight, your chest, your head. Okay, your shoulders are slightly open there, which is great. The hips are slightly open there, which is fine. Puts all that chest and everything in front of the golf ball. So you can imagine a laser beam coming out the center of your chest. It's going to point in front of the golf ball. Hands are in front of the golf ball. I've laid a club down on the ground here because what that's going to teach you to do is get that angle of attack onto the golf ball. If you're too shallow or you release the club too early and try to scoop the chip, you'll hit that golf club. So when you're practicing, put that golf club down just an inch or so behind your right side, your right foot, and as you go back, you'll miss it. There's a slight set of the wrists, as we've talked about. You can see the club head swinging up a little bit. It's not really a wrist hinge, it's more swinging the weight of the golf club up. And then as you come back down, all your weight's in the lead side, hands lead in, just like we talked about in the impact in a golf swing, really. Hands lead in. You see you don't hit the golf club because the hands are leading in. Strike's good. You follow through. There's that angle that's familiar to us between the back of the right arm and the shaft. And that's a great little chip shot with no scoop. That's a good compressed little chip shot. Okay? So again, how did you do that? You set up to do it. Okay? And then use this drill. Because if you start to scoop that, you'll bounce the club off the shaft of that golf club that's lying on the ground. A little bit of compression, your hands lead forward. That's beautiful impact position for a chip shot right there. and then continue to turn through to there. All right? Great job. That's a nice little chip there. Any questions on anything with that short game? No? Okay.